Alright, this is a Japanese Irish Highlander putting up a video after quite some time, and tonight I'm going to try to run a Red Dawn scenario, the first one I've ever done up. This time I have a Cuban motorized rifle attachment, or I could also potentially say it's a armored division, going up against a scratch force of American cavalry and local militia. The Cubans are invading a town, and the objective is to try and capture the hospital, which is right over here. The Cubans need some more medical assistance, secondary, if they can actually hit the ice cream stand for supply, I suppose. That might be a good idea. Um, the Cubans are coming onto the table with a T-62 company, a small one. They only have 3 tanks in it. They have a very small infantry section. They are supported by IS-2s. We have 2 sections of T-54s. We have some T-34-85s and some SU-100s, and also in support we have some grenade launching weapons that the Cubans also possess. The Americans are made up of, as I say, a scratch built force. Currently, we have a scout patrol of 2 Bradleys. We have an M113 observer for the M109 battery way in the back over here. We also have several scout platoons of Humvees, which consists of a tow, let me see, this one has, actually that's the tow patrol right there. They have some tows. We also have other patrols with tow, 50 cal, and a grenade launcher. Some stingers for any helicopters that may arrive. We also have the militia groups, sort of what would be known as the Wolverines, have captured RPG-7s, and the militia also have captured weapons that they picked off of either Soviet paratroopers or Cubans. So obviously this has been going on for quite some time. The militia have some pickup trucks, which they can use as transports and or machine gun up some areas just to be annoying, I suppose. And in reserve, there is a M111, M1A1 Abrams and some M60 tanks from the National Guard coming in. We'll roll for those in a bit. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens. The first roll here, the Cubans have their T-62 hit HQ, ran forward, and opened fire with their machine guns on that group in that building. Did nothing but smash out some windows and annoy some guys from Colorado. So we'll see what's going to happen. The T-62 unit decided that they didn't want to go play. They're going to stay where they are. The next group to see what will happen will be the T-55 battalion. Let's see what's going to happen. They need to obviously pass on a... Let me see. They need to pass on a 3. So we're going to see what's going to happen here. And voila, they did. So these guys are going to start pumping some 100 millimeter rounds into buildings just to mess with what they see, and they're going to try to open up on stuff that they actually see to their front. So appropriately, we have, let me see, we have the headquarters said he'd be willing to go in. The one section says yes, the second section says yes, so all the guns can open fire. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We actually have 8 guns to fire with. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So the T55 group is going to open up. And oh my! Let's see, how well did we do? 1, 2, 3, 4. So they fired into 4. They're going to try to take out some of those Humvees to their front. Let's see what actually happened. And maybe, yeah, they're actually firing everything in the front just to see what will happen on this group into the trees. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits. And we have 2 things destroyed. So we're going to basically knock out a Humvee. Boom. Which just got, we're going to flip him over to indicate he's been blown up. Boom. And take out a second one. Boom. And the other 2, the infantry that are sitting there in entrenched positions. We're going to re-roll. Let's see if what the status is on the gun for the T55. T55 just has slow firing, so nope, they don't get re-rolled for anything like that. However, we're going to check the morale of the 2 RPG 7 teams, but they're holding fast, so no chance of them running away. All right, the next section we're going to try out for are the SU-100s providing anti-tank support. And the SU-100s here, just trying to find where they actually are, because lo and behold, not sure where in the book. I don't have the cards for them yet, so I'm relying on the book to give me the information, the Red Dawn book, that is. And there we go, the SU-100 Campagna de Tanque. And first of all, we're going to roll for their morale. So we have basically a section of those. Going to roll for them. They didn't actually pass their score, so that's too bad. T-3485s are going to see about rolling through. And the T-3485s that we actually have, we're going to check their headquarters. See if their lone officer in the top there is going to roll in. And he says, sure, why not? We're going to go forward. So he's running forward through the gap, putting himself right there. And because he has that chance, he's deciding to let loose with his machine guns. And he's actually got quite a few on his tank, so he's going to open up. 1, 2, 3, 4, which means that he only got 1 hit in. So he's going to see if he can take out one of those RPG 7 teams. And, well, they sort of got hit, but they're in cover. Those firepower on the gun didn't do anything, so nothing happened at that time. The rest of the T-3485s are going to test to see if they're going to run forward. And no, they decided that caution is better than valor, I guess, at this point, so they're going to hold tight. But the IS-2s are going to give a shout out here. And the IS-2s actually have quite a heavy gun on them, so they're actually going to try to dig out those 2 groups up in that building. So first of all, let's check to see if they're going to do anything. Yes, they are definitely coming in. So both their guns are opening fire. And oh my, quite good shots for firing at those fellows. And Ooh, well, they're going to be pinned inside, that's for sure. They got 2s. As they re-rolled. So yeah, we're going to pin at least one of those fellows into his position. More or less because there's not much else he can do at that point. So I'm going to find a pin marker. There we go. Found a suitable replacement as a pin marker at the moment. All right, so volley first round for these fellows, for the Cubans, I should say. They've been able to put at least a couple of vehicles down, and we're going to have some other things happen. We're going to roll for the infantry. So we have a HQ, an officer, and he's deciding he's going to stay behind the tanks, but his men are also going to hold tight. And the grenade launching group in the back, no, they're going to stay put as well. So, all right, so the Cubans are going to let their tanks take all this in, and then we'll come back and see what happens for the Americans.